which of these two personalized comfort features would you prefer?
Well, I don't know about air conditioning. I would need a heater, but I don't think I'd use a cooling system enough in this climate.
Well, you know, Mr. Sanders, I used to feel the same way until several of my customers told me how all-season air conditioning provides cooling comfort from very early spring into late fall. They can keep the windows closed, which keeps dust, dirt, and road noise out.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Never thought much about it.
One other personalized comfort feature, Mr. Sanders, this has to do with the ride. We call it Rambler Deep Coil Ride. This means that Rambler springs are longer, softer, and more widely spaced than the short springs used on other cars. And Deep Coil Ride gives you a smoother, more stable ride than you've ever experienced in any other car. But say, why don't we take a ride so you can see for yourself? Nothing can really take the place of actually driving a Rambler.
Why, yes, I'd like to. I'm anxious to see if all you said, Bob.
There you saw how Bob started out with a sales opener, an invitation to try personalized comfort. When Mr. Sanders indicated that he wasn't sure he wanted a station wagon because he remembered one that was noisy and uncomfortable, this was Bob's clue to go into single-unit construction, deep coil ride, and air conditioning, and finally, to suggest a ride. But now let's suppose that Mr. Sanders had been different, that after Bob had greeted him, he said,
I want to take a look at what you've got this year. Oh, I've thought about owning a Rambler, but you know.
Well, Mr. Sanders, I'm sure you're probably wondering why so many people have been buying Rambler. Why Rambler was the only American car that increased sales in 58 over 57. Well, the reason is simply that Rambler is giving people what they really want in a car. Here's what buyers want in their cars today. Big car room and comfort. But they don't want a car that's overly large, hard to park, or uses too much gasoline. You can see from here that the Rambler is trim. Not too long and not too wide. Now, Mr. Sanders, let me show you an amazing fact. Just sit behind the wheel, if you will. Now you can see that there's as much or even more room inside than in some other cars that are far longer, wider, and heavier. This is why Rambler is called the compact car. People want a car that gives them economy too, Mr. Sanders. The car you're sitting in is the acknowledged economy champion. It costs less to buy, less to operate and maintain, and has a higher resale value when it comes time to trade. And, Mr. Sanders, people want a car with handling ease. They want a car that's easy to park and garage, a car that's nimble and quick in traffic. These are things people want. These are things that Rambler has. That's why Rambler has had such great public acceptance. But the best way for you to find these things out firsthand is to take a ride. Well, why don't we do that now? And I can tell you about Rambler's exclusive personalized comfort features. These features make Rambler the most comfortable car on the road.
and there you saw how Bob handled the man who has thought about buying a Rambler, and how Bob tied in Rambler's tremendous sales success with the fact that Rambler offers what people want. Now let's assume Mr. Sanders comes in and asks this kind of question.
Say, I've been reading your ads lately and wondering about your ambassador. What kind of power does it have?
It has a 270 horsepower V8, the latest and most advanced short-stroke design engine with one of the truly outstanding power-to-weight ratios in the industry. This means fast pickups, outstanding performance in every speed range. And remember, with all this high performance, it gives you outstanding V8 economy, too.